show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everyone, it's a Tuesday night, so you know I'm here with a new author and a new book. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to SC Book Gals and Friends, and I am your girl, Patrice Grimball, Miss SC Book Out 843. And how are you guys doing tonight? Like literally, how are you? Are you good? Did you say your prayers this morning? Did you thank God for another day? Did you go through the day? Did you have internet? Because I surely didn't. It was acting up on me today. So I am so blessed that I have it now, thanks to good old Metro PCS. But I'm blessed that I can be able to bring this new author. Oh boy, you guys. Confessions is in the title. And psychopath is in the title. Y'all, them two words right there, that's scary. But y'all, we just gonna let her come on up and she can tell us about this because I'm ready to hear about this book. Let's bring her up. Hello, Miss Dominique. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, that is, oh, thank you for being here. And that is great that you're having a good day. So now we're gonna first start out with you telling us a little bit about yourself, and then we can get the title of this book here. So tell us.
All right. So I am a mother of four. I've been running an editing and writing business for a little over 10 years now. And then I've also written 17 books.
Did you just say 17?
Yes.
And you're a mother of four?
Yes.
When do you have the time?
Late at night.
Well, let's start off there. How does being a mother of four, it being an author and an editor, how do you, man, I need some tips.
I try to be as organized as possible with things because three out of the four have extracurriculars as well. So I gotta really map out my time.
Well, hold up now. See, now you just added a whole nother layer. So hold up. You're a mom, you're an author, you're an editor, and the little people got extracurricular activities.
Yes.
Okay. I know, and I've seen my sister. She has three boys, and all of them are in football. I just, wow. My hat goes off to you. Ooh, okay. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
So, what made you want to become an author?
um, so I've loved writing since I was little. I I love words in general. Like, you know how people say, oh, I'm a numbers person? I'm a words person. And I've been that way my whole life. And I'm a person who gets bored easily. And I've never gotten bored of writing or what it brings for me, which is a lot of peace and just release and the way that my writing makes people feel. So it's definitely been a very helpful constant throughout my life.
Okay, so you said peace and release. Explain it.
So I have anxiety, so my brain is always thinking of a thousand things, and so a
Mm,
lot of times in a sense, if I write stuff down, it helps because I can get some of that out of my head and onto paper, and then it's easier for me to organize. Because if it's all up there in my head, I just, I don't know what to do with it. I get overwhelmed. So with
See,
writing, I have a lot of stories in my head. And sometimes I'll start like three different ones and I'll be like, okay, Dominique, which one do you want to focus on? And let's do one and then go to the next one.
that's crazy because I can barely keep myself. Anybody could tell you anything in my mind stays about that long, and me and my mate have serious knockdown. How we call I call them knockdown drag out. Why? Because I forget things. I am very disorganized, but ask me to find something, and I got you because I know where it is. For me, when it comes to my workspace, this organization is chaos, but for you, your organization is what works for you.
Yes.
So one of these days, me and you gonna have to hook up, and we gonna have to talk about how to help me out. 'Cause my little calendar here, I be trying. I say I'm gonna write my stuff down, and I'm gonna do. Give me 2 days, 3 days, and that thought goes out the window. So
Yeah. And that's why, like, for me, when I write, I need an outline. Yeah, I may not stick to it completely, but I need something to just have as a path for me.
understandable. So your books, what genres do they cross?
So I've always told people I don't want to put myself in a box. So I always want to challenge myself, and if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. But so far, I've written erotica, romance. Well, my erotica, one of my erotica books is also a mystery, and then I have some positive poetry, some kind of scary psychological poetry, things like that, and then I recently wrote a children's book for my 6 year old. And then I do self help books for my business.
Oh, so sweet for the 6-year old. But let's go back to this erotica mystery. I think this might be a first or very few. How did you get those two together?
So the main character of that one is a man, so the point of view is from the male point of view, and then he's also a lawyer, so it goes through his sexcapades as well as like him working on a specific case that is also altering his judgment with a lot of things when it comes to him not being faithful to the person that he says he wants to be with and things like that. It gets very stressful for him, and so all these things happen, and you know, just a lot of excitement. And then there's a plot twist in there with the few main characters. And yeah, so it's pretty interesting. And it definitely surprised me. And because I like Criminal Minds and Law and Order and things like that, I kind of did the breakup of each chapter in that way. So in my mind, I hear the Law and Order noise, and then I'm like, next scene.
Yes, yes, law. No, that's what I'm talking about. Totally talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to, when we get off the show, send me that title. I'm gonna read that one. No, I want to do that one. So
That was Betrayed and Scorned. So yes, I will send
this one right here,
it.
this book right here, Confessions of a Psychopath: What Pain Causes. Who, what, where, and why?
So, going off of Law and Order, I love Criminal Minds, Law and Order, CSI, things like that. And so I thought it would be interesting to kind of, I guess, write what that looks like based on what I've watched, and then also just the experiences in the book that cause the main character, it's a female, to kind of go through dealing with the traumatic experience, and then how she copes and functions after. And so I thought that would be an interesting journey. So
Okay,
So it's definitely
What?
a psychological thriller. It definitely has you thinking a lot of, when someone does go through a traumatic experience, kind of which path will they go after that happens? Because, we have survivors of certain things and, they go on to lead healthy lives after that. But then there's people who can't really escape the trauma and it does a lot of mental things to them. So,
Oh, okay. Um, I, the title was when you sent me the title, I was like, oh God, who done made her mad? That was the first thing that came. I said she done about to kill about 4, 5 people. Does anybody die in the book?
yeah.
I knew it. I knew somebody was gonna be dead.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel with this book? And the reason why,
I'm excited.
you know how, okay, so I know we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, right? And we're
Mhm.
also not supposed to judge an author by his book. But her personality is so bubbly, you guys. In the book, I mean, if you see the cover, I mean, oh Lord, what do we say? I'm thinking, don't make her mad because this is not going to be pretty, Treese. Not at all going to be pretty. Your inspiration, so many words. What was your inspiration for this book?
So honestly, you know how like someone sees a cover and then they're like, "Oh, I got a story for that." That's kind of how it was. So my cover designer, Felicia, she is always selling pre-made covers and stuff like that. And I saw this one and I was like, "Yeah, I got something for that. I don't know what yet, but
But hold up. So you made the whole entire book off the cover?
yeah."
Yo. So what about this cover? Well, a psychopath, she does look like kind of like a Carrie, the movie Carrie thing going on here. Yeah, because didn't Carrie have blood coming out? No, that was the pig blood. No, hey, listen, I gotta go to sleep tonight. Stop the trees. So, what about this cover? What made you say, I want this to be this?
So she looks angry and hurt. So I don't know. I just wanted to write something like, okay, what caused this hurt? Because there's a tear there. So it's like, you look really mad, but you like something happened for you to get like this.
Yeah, it does give you that traumatized type feel. Um, but it also gives you that teen queen murder scene type thing going on. I just came up with that, y'all. But that's exactly how it looks. It looks like if you expand the cover, there's a crown sitting on her head. But who Lord, I can't believe you came up with a whole book off off a pre-made cover. That is some talent.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Like Felicia definitely gets my money all the time. I'm just like, okay, I'm getting another one. I'm gonna have a story eventually.
So what is Felicia's last name so we can go and look and see what she got in her entourage and maybe grab what's her last name?
I believe it's Holloway, but on Facebook, her Facebook name is Patrice Imani.
Pinch. She did my logo. Pinterest, yeah. She did my first logo, my very first logo. And I went back to her and I said, can you revamp it? And I need you to add a mic to it. And she's the one that came out with my logo. Hey, that girl, y'all, that girl got talent.
Yes,
Okay.
great.
And then she always got a sale going on,
Hmm.
telling her, and I think she did, if I'm not mistaken, I think she did the Kendrick's cover, the flower of it. Yes, she did. She did the cover of my mate. His book is Flowers Eve. Y'all go ahead and buy it. You can do what it is. But she is very talented. So it's great when you have that Well, it's not. It's awesome that you can look at a title and come up with a whole book. So my question to you is, what I mean, look at a cover and come up with a book. What comes first? We know the cover, but the title or the book, which one comes first?
So I think for the most part, I've had the title because when I usually get a cover from her, sometimes I change the title, but a lot of times I think I keep what's there. So if I tweak it later in the end, it's not by much. So I can have a title and the cover and then kind of go from there.
Awesome. So, what is your ideal writing environment? Like, how do you get the juices flowing in the head? Do you have to have a certain chip? Do you have to have a certain music? Do you have to have somebody looking at you like, "Mommy, what are we doing tonight?" So, I mean, how do you get that vibe going?
Um, Honestly, I think a quiet space is the best for me. I would say 50% of the time music does help, but other times like just the quiet is fine because my days are usually chaotic with all the children's activities and things like that. So when I do finally get to sit down, yeah, throughout the day I think I'll have ideas that come to me, but I just usually write notes and then just like email it to myself so I know like, oh, make this, put this here, or things like that, and it'll just kind of, I guess, spark what I was thinking earlier, and then I can go ahead and write it when I have like the peace and quiet.
Now, see, I definitely, yeah, we gonna have to talk because if I email myself, I I always think last to go check by putting my email at the top. I'll be putting all kind of stuff where I thought was the subject line, dog, cat, and then it'd be something like very abstract, like what would I think when I put that up? And you type of notes, write notes. I got a whole pad of sticky notes that when I put something down, I can't find. See, your organizational skills is crazy.
Yeah. I
Where
try.
Somebody asked me this question today, and I think it's a great question. As an author, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully just writing. Or let me rephrase that. My business is my main income right now. And so I'm hoping that within 5 years, that can kind of shift over to my writing. And I think I'll always want to help other authors with editing and formatting their books and stuff because that's exciting for me. And I like to see other people be able to do what I've done, or, thinking of the younger me wanting, like, oh, I want to be an author, and being able to help other people do that is really a good feeling for me. So I'll always want to do that, but I want it to shift where I can write more and then have that as less of a focus for me. And then, that's the dream.
So, why should I go get confessions? Well, actually, let's step back. Let's go there. Why should I go out and get confessions of a psychopath?
So I think I would say my audience for this book would be anyone who likes psychological thrillers, trying to kind of figure out what the next steps are or kind of figure out what she's going to do, just because once you read what she's been through, I think those who love psychological thrillers will have so many things in their head like, oh my God, she's going to do this, she's going to do that. Oh, she's gonna, like, there will be all these things that they're thinking, and then to find out what she actually does, I think that will be exciting. And then anybody who's looking to try out a psychological thriller, I think this would be a good book.
So you tell me when I pick up this book, I'm gonna start talking to myself like, hold up now. See, I knew she should because I'll talk. I will literally ask. I will talk during the movie. I will talk during the book. I will talk because I'm not patient enough to sit and be like, oh, that was so sweet. I'm gonna be like, I knew that. I knew something was going on. I can't help it. So you telling me when I get this book, now I'm gonna have to make sure I tell people I'm reading this book so nobody don't think I'm crazy.
Yeah, so I mean it jumps right in. So it's not like a long drawn out beginning. So I think it jumps right in, it kind of gets you excited, and once you start reading stuff, I think you will talk to yourself like, "Oh my god, I can't believe what's happening. Why is, it'll be one of those."
All right, all right. Is there a brutal murder scene in here? We gotta we gotta get it.
There will be. Yeah, there's probably a couple.
Hold up now. How many people we killing? You say a couple. Hold up now. Somebody that
I mean,
make you
once
mad
you
when you
read
write this
it,
book.
you're gonna be like, these might be justified.
Oh, oh, she said, hold up. Did you just say the deaths are justified in the book? See, I don't know who made her mad, but she didn't kill you in the book. Did you do that? Did somebody make you mad and you killed them in the book?
No.
Ooh, y'all, the way she say that, somebody got it good in this book because so remember I said we have these fun questions at the end? So we are there. It is time for the fun question. So in this book, what is the name of your female main character?
Her name is Allison, but she also
Oh
has
yeah,
a change later.
she got what does she have?
A name change later. So
First of all, her name Allison. And them the names that's one of them names you find on the Lifetime movie network where they done slice their husband and they sitting up there with the apple pie. See, that's that name right there. So if Allison can be played by any actress, who would she be and why?
um that's a good question. I'm trying to think. That's not anything that I thought about.
I told you.
Now I'm gonna think about that. Who would be? Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like some psychological thriller movies I've seen with female characters, and I probably wouldn't remember their name, but I could kind of describe. But
If
yeah,
you can give me the movie and the character, I can find out the name of the person. Psychological movies. I think the only one I've ever looked at was the one with Regina King and her son in the blood on the ground. I think that's the only.
Hmm.
I think that's the only one I've
There's
ever looked at.
that one with Taraji. It's kind of like a psychological, a little
Oh, the
bit.
one she just did.
Um, I feel like she's done a couple now.
Oh yeah, she did Acrimony. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, she
that.
was crazy.
Yeah.
She was past crazy. But you know what? And the way dude kind of deserved that. But then
There you
he
go.
actually, he actually paid her back. But I think she was still, yeah, she was crazy in that one. Okay, 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 okay. See, I can't look at movies like that. You
Yeah, the
want to keep me up
ongoing
at
debate
night.
of if she was too crazy or if he actually deserved it. Those are hilarious conversations.
Okay, who is the villain in your book?
um, so there, I want to word it in a way that doesn't give too much, but I would say it's a it's a community of people in a sense. It's one main person, but he involves other people.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You said a community of just one. It's a bunch of them. Okay, so, whoa.
Well,
Let's
that's why
take
there's a
him.
couple deaths, you know.
Oh, yeah, she just chopping him down. Okay. What is his name?
um, so I don't want to give his name because
Okay.
it doesn't give it until later.
Oh, you be having people scratching their head throughout the whole book. Let me find out. Do I need to have a notepad next to me when I read this one?
You might. I mean, just to track,
Oh,
all the occurrences of things.
oh, see now. I, I have not read a psychological thriller. I do not see a book that I've read. You might be the first one because I
Ooh.
like mess like that. Woo-hoo, that's what I'm talking about. All right. If you can describe these group of people and you can give them a football team, what team would they be and why?
Oh, see, I'm not a sports person.
Okay. Okay.
um,
If you can give them a TV, if they were characters in a TV show, what TV show would they be on and why?
uh, hmm,
Just by their personalities.
hmm. Yeah, these are
I
hard
love
questions.
when I love when I make the authors think on their feet. Y'all just know I
Yeah,
love this.
and then I don't watch too many like real people shows. I'm an anime watcher, so I'm thinking of like an
How
anime
do y'all look at that stuff?
show.
I have a best friend. When COVID was happening, I was bored at home. And him and my son used to sit down there and play video games. But then him and my son started playing, we call him Naruto. What is that?
Naruto.
There you go,
Oh my
Naruto.
god, I just thought of the show that would describe the community of people. It's called Dead Man Wonderland, and there's like a community of online people that watch these other people fight.
Dead Man Wonderland.
Yep.
Looks, I work at a public library. I can get anime. I got a coworker who will sit down there and read them thing all day long. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on.
It's great stuff.
I got another coworker who does a group with them. All I know is they read the book backwards. I
Yes,
can't do it.
it is
I can't.
backwards.
I can't. What's the one now? The little girl asked me for
Hmm?
Sailor Moon. What?
Oh.
What is a Sailor Moon, ma'am? So, Dad. Okay. So, do you subscribe to what is called Crunchy?
Crunchyroll,
Crunchy.
yes.
Yeah.
I have a huge watch list. I have a list of shows I watched that I would watch again. I have a list of shows that I watched, but I wouldn't watch them again.
Oh my gosh, she is really into it. Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
finally got to go to my first Comic Con a few weeks ago with my friend, and I cosplayed as a Demon Slayer character. His name is Tanjiro. So that was really fun.
A Demon Slayer cat. I've heard of Comic Con. We have something down here that was a Comic Con, and then I have a library that does Otranticon. And I
Oh,
mean, they go all out with the clothing and the food and the vendors. It is mad. I say I will work y'all desks, but I'm not dressing up. So, all right. So your TV show and the movie that they made from your book, Confessions of a Psychopath, they loved it. Okay. So
mhm.
now Lifetime Movie Network, they call and they say, hey, we need somebody to play you in the movie. We need for you to tell us who you would give that honor to and why.
Oh,
And they are playing you. It can be a star, it can be a family member, but who would you give that honor to? It can be anyone.
mm. I I think I would say my sister because she looks the most like me, but she's
Mhm.
a lot taller than me. She's
Well, how
six
tall are
one.
you?
I'm 5'5", but she's 6'1", and she's 6 years younger than me. But we look a lot alike, and I I mean, that'd probably be the only person I could think who could do it.
Well, when we are winding down, what would you like to say to your old readers, your new readers, your up and coming readers, or authors who would need or would like your help with editing? What would you like to say to them?
So I would say any new readers, I hope that while you're waiting for this book, because it will be released on Halloween, that you go and check out my catalog of books. My website is dominiquelambright.com, and all my fiction books are on there. My business website, DML editing and writing.com, that website only has my self-help books, but you can also find the self-help books on the Dominique Lambright website. For people who have already read some of my books, please make sure you go and review if you have not already. And I hope you're looking forward to this new book. And then anyone who is looking for editorial writing, virtual assisting, website content creation, things of that nature, you can reach me on my DML editing and writing website, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. Um, yeah, I'm always here, willing to help. I do consultations, so I love finding out what type of project you're doing, what you're looking for, and seeing if we are a good fit.
All right, you guys, all our information is scrolling down at the bottom. Before we leave, let me ask you a question. Can we do pre-orders?
Um, Not yet.
Not
I
yet. You guys.
I will be posting soon about it, and then I will let you know personally so that you can share it, and I'll be sharing it on my
Well,
Facebook.
y'all already know I'm gonna share it, you guys. October 31st. Woo, woo, that's all I can say. Confession of a Psychopath is going to be out October 31st. Thank you for being with us tonight. You
Yes.
guys, look, she is a bundle of information. Do know that it takes a village, even when you're writing your book. Okay, you guys? And again, I'm gonna put a shout out there for Pinterest. Go Pinterest. Y'all better grab them covers because hey, she has talent. So, you guys, thank you, Ms. Lambert, for being with us tonight. And Confessions of a Psychopath is going to be coming out on October 31st, Halloween. She is going to post on her page when you do pre orders. And then when she posts it, I'll post it so you guys can go grab you a copy. Thank you guys for being with us again. Thank you, Ms. Lambert.
Thanks.
Oh, this crazy title. I just can't get off the title. All I hear, I'm like, when I say the title, you guys, I'm literally thinking Carrie when she was at school and she was on the stage and the blood was coming. She was just doing this like this, all the blood was coming out. That's what I see. This is how Carrie looked before the blood came down. Yes, that is one of my favorite Halloween movies.
I
I,
see. It is a good one.
I shouldn't be looking at that because after I look at it, I just can't sleep for a little while. But it's a good movie. Mhm. It's better than looking at The Purge because y'all know I love The Purge too. Anyways, you got another Tuesday night. Thank you for joining us. Always remember there's no such thing as an old book because not everybody has read every book. I will see you next Tuesday with another book and another author. I'm going to show it so you guys can be able to catch me next Tuesday. Good night, everyone. Bye.